Let's see how we can solder dual inline packages. So this type of package is called a dual inline package, in short a DIP package. So rather than soldering the IC directly to the PCB, we can use this kind of IC holders, and we can solder the IC holder to the PCB and we can plug the IC on top of it like this way. So now let's solder the IC to our PCB. First of all, before soldering, we can ensure that the IC goes all the way through the PCB, and in some cases you have to adjust the pins. So you can press your IC towards the table and adjust the pins, and in some cases you can use a tweezer to adjust the pins so that it goes through the PCB properly. Since your IC is in the correct position now we can solder the IC to the PCB. But in this case, since the legs are short, you can't bend the legs so that it stays in place. What you can do is you can place your PCB against the table so that the IC stays in place. Then you can solder one leg of the IC, and that makes sure the IC stays in place properly. This is how it should look like after soldering one leg of the IC. Now we can solder the other legs of the IC. When soldering a DIP package, you have to make sure that your component doesn't get heated up, otherwise it can damage the component. So to make sure of that, what we do is we start at the opposite end of the IC and solder one opposite leg, and after that the other opposite leg is soldered. We don't solder in a sequential manner to avoid heating of the IC. You keep enough time in between solder joints so that your IC can cool down